If you've been a subscriber to the channel, you'll know that I made a couple of videos highlighting this mom's obvious lack of care and compassion for her son, Henry. She's not just tough on him, she seems to go out of her way to ignore or downplay his needs. From punishing him without reasoning to sending him to bed without dinner, she's hardly a model parent. So once again, I'm here to prove this point. And just like I'm standing behind my claims, you should stand behind this channel by liking this video and subscribing. Now, as you saw by the title, today's episode is all about Henry's mom's trademark trait, carelessness. I've touched on this before, but I found even more clips that drive the point home. Let's start out with Horrid Henry and the gross DVD. In this scene, we see Henry attempt to take the TV and the DVD player to his room. He's being his usual mischievous self, but he's clearly struggling to carry both. Just as you expect, Henry loses his grip and tumbles down the stairs. Now, you think a parent watching this scene would immediately show concern, right? Not Henry's mom or his dad, Simon. Here's the full clip to prove my point.
What's going on?
Henry was taking the TV and DVD player upstairs.
What? You might have broken them.
Honestly, Henry. He wanted the TV to himself, even though it was my turn. And he told me there was a Happy Hippo parade outside, and I waited and waited in my Happy Hippo costume, but there wasn't one. How could you be so horrid, Henry?
Just for that, Peter gets an extra turn on the TV.
What? But that's so unfair. It's always his turn. Well, you should have thought of that before.
Not once throughout this scene did either of Henry's parents check up on him to see if he was okay. Their only concern was the TV or if it was broken. This scene highlights how out of touch they are, caring more about their possessions than their son's well-being. It's not about discipline or teaching Henry a lesson, it's about a basic level of concern and compassion that they consistently fail to show. Next up, we have the episode Horrid Henry and the Demon Dinner Lady. Here, we meet the cafeteria lady who takes snacks from kids during lunch. When Henry comes home and tells his mom about it, he expects her to care or at least offer some sympathy. But she doesn't even pretend to care. She dismisses his concerns without so much as a second thought and walks out of the room.
Henry, turn the light out now and go to sleep, please.
But Mum, there's a demon dinner lady at school and she's taking all our treats.
Oh, that's nice. Night-night.
Now, any caring parent would at least look into the issue, maybe call the school or ask more questions, but not here. She outright ignores it like it's just another complaint from Henry that's not worth her time. This really shows her disregard for anything Henry says or feels. It's not just careless, it's neglectful. Now we have the episode Horrid Henry's Horrid Revenge. In this scene, we see Henry push his brother Peter onto the floor and spilling paint everywhere. Now on the surface, it seems pretty reasonable that his mom would send Henry to his room as a part of his consequence. But then, by the next morning, she takes things a step further by removing all his possessions from his room. She's not just punishing Henry here, she's making his room like a prison cell.
What? That's all my stuff!
Henry, we've taken all your things away because we want you to think about why you're being punished. And we'll have a talk about it later.
This isn't about teaching Henry a lesson anymore. It's over the top and borders on cruelty. She's depriving him of any way to entertain himself or relax, and it's a perfect example of how her discipline turns into outright carelessness and harshness towards her own child. And finally, in Horrid Henry's household chores, Henry's mom is seen driving him to Ralph's house. Now, what's so bad about that, you might ask? Well, Henry is wearing clothes that were mistakenly turned completely pink in the laundry, and he's completely embarrassed to be seen in them. Now, any parent with a shred of empathy would understand that kids his age can be self-conscious. But this is Henry's mom we're talking about, and I don't think she'll care at all. She ignores his pleas and drops him off near Ralph's house anyway, despite knowing he's uncomfortable. It almost seems like she enjoys watching him suffer. At this point, it's clear she doesn't care about Henry's self-esteem or how this might affect him. This isn't tough love, it's just mean-spirited. Well guys, that's gonna do it for the video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like and subscribe button, and let's see if we can reach 200 likes on this video.